The 4th of July tells only one part of America's story. To understand the whole story, we must also remember the millions who were forced to watch a nation celebrate liberty while being denied it themselves. History is never complete until every voice is heard. The moment Black people tell the truth about our history, somebody always jumps in with the same predictable response saying, "What about the Jews? What about the Irish? They suffered oppression too." Now, stop. Right there. Nobody said they didn't suffer. But don't you dare use someone else's history to diminish ours, or pretend every wound was inflicted by the same hand. As if naming another race's pain somehow erases the need to confront ours. No one is denying that other communities have endured discrimination, persecution, or injustice. But every time you drag another race's history into this conversation, you're not adding context. You're changing the subject. You're trying to flatten every form of oppression into one story when history refuses to do that. Not every race was oppressed under the same system. Not every race had its humanity stripped away by the force of law. Not every race had an entire government build an economy, a legal system, and generations of public policy around keeping them beneath everyone else. So before you compare histories, make sure you understand what you're comparing. Let me make this crystal clear. Their discrimination was social. Ours was legal. Their suffering was met with prejudice. Ours was codified into law. They legalized our oppression and enforced it at gunpoint. The judge didn't merely disapprove of us. He sentenced us. The teachers did not simply ignore us. They taught our so-called inferiority as if it were fact. The police did not just harass us. They enforced a racial order backed by the power of the state. The banker did not simply deny us a loan. He used redlining to trap our neighborhoods in poverty and watch generations of wealth disappear. The doctors did not just turn us away. They experimented on our bodies without our consent and called it medical progress. And their pastors? They opened the Bible, turned to Genesis, and twisted scripture into a weapon. They used it to bless slavery, justify bondage, and make oppression look holy. So, as you celebrate your Independence Day, sit with this. Freedom was never written for us. We were deliberately excluded from it. By law, by design, by intention. We paid the price for it. Our labor built the wealth that funded it. Our exclusion was the cost of everyone else's liberty. This nation lights fireworks over a freedom it never extended to the people who made that freedom possible. Keep this in mind. Freedom is just a decorative word when the government decides who is human enough to have it. And don't you forget that.